snow day.
And I'm making chili. Oh, I suppose I should test these to see how hot they are. Let's see. Because I'm pretty sure one time we got Serranos rather than, or yeah, I think they were Serrano. I don't know if they were Serranos or. These should have just a gnat's hair more.
Pretty hot? Let me try some.
Well, the flesh itself should be okay. God, we're such wimps in this house. Because we're such lightweights.
All right, so Taryn is just getting these prepped a little bit, but I'm gonna go over there and chop them up while she gets the green onions chopped up.
Yeah, it's messy. We literally have a countertop covered in seeds right now.
So what all does your chili have in it?
My chili is super basic. I mean, I basically just pull out everything that falls in the genre of chili out of the spice cupboard, but half of my spices are expired, but I don't really care. I think it's okay. But we've got, I like using, in addition to regular chili powder, Anaheim chili powder, because it has a nice sort of raisiny, it's a lot more mellow.
Yeah.
And I had some chipotle as well, but I don't use much of that because again, lightweights. So, but yeah, and plenty of other, you know, southwestern or Mexican spices, cumin, and then some herbs, oregano, and garlic and onion powder, and smoked paprika. And I have a can of organic cocoa powder, which, if you know anything about chili, you know that you can't go wrong with, so that's going to be in there too.
What kind of beans do you use?
I'm just using pinto beans. I was going to use kidney beans, but I kind of have a love-hate relationship with kidney beans. They're just a bit, I don't know. Like, cause I think, well, I mean the original Texas chili recipe, which is what everybody should adhere to, at least in my opinion, doesn't even have beans.
Well, you can't have chili without beans.
No, but you can though. It depends how authentic you want to go. I mean, because, you know, when I research a recipe, I literally go back centuries. I want to find the beginning recipe of the thing. And the beginning recipe of chili in general is Texas or Texas, Mexico. And there's no beans in there, but everybody has evolved to put beans in their chili, so we do too.
All right, so I'm gonna go up here and chop these peppers up. All right, so we're gonna dice up these peppers. Yeah, when we said snow day, we were really hoping a few days ago that we would have a real snow day. But the models were showing 10 inches of snow, 12 inches of snow, just nailing us with snow. But as the days move closer, the snow totals have decreased marginally. Right now, we're looking at maybe an inch, according to the models, but everything is so divergent, who knows? We might end up with 4, 5, 6 inches of snow, but right now it doesn't look like we're gonna end up with much of anything. And what's really bad about it is it's so freaking cold outside. It'd be nice to at least have a little bit of snow to go along with it. All right, that's the peppers all chopped up. Now Taryn's gonna take care of the lime here.
I am, because you can't have chili without some lime on the top. It's like the driest, crappiest looking lime I've ever seen. I like little wedges, and then you can, oh, it's also the bluntest knife you've ever seen. Because then you can pick your lime wedge size. You don't have to use a huge one. So.
And after my little rant about us maybe not getting anything, it's actually started precipitating outside. So let's go have a look. And maybe we will get something after all. Oh yeah, look at that. It is starting to snow, so that's a little bit earlier than expected actually. Nice.
I don't really think it's all that fair to do chili without onion. The only problem is that the older I get, the more indigestion I get. So, but I picked up some green onions, spring onions. I don't know what you call them in your house, but I think it's actually a transatlantic thing. Where I'm from in the UK, it's spring onions. Over here, I learned it's green onions. So, either way. But these are some of the more gentler onions, so it's green onion time. I might put some in the chili and then keep some for on the side of the chili. So, yeah, just sprinkles. Much like what's going on outside right now. Frozen sprinkles. Jason is outside right now with our drone as it's starting to snow, so that's going to be kind of interesting. There it is. There's an avocado, but that's not till later. Tiny little bit of jalapeno left. Not much. Yes, I do know that it's jalapeno. It's kind of an inside joke in this household. Oh, you caught me like talking to the camera and just being stupid. See, he leaves to go outside with the drone, but he doesn't turn the screen on the camera to face me, so I have absolutely no idea if I'm in frame or not, so.
All right, so that's the onions, limes, and peppers chopped up. So what's next?
I'm going to get a couple more things for my mise en place, which means everything in its place. I have a hard time, I don't know if I'm ADHD, but I have such a hard time concentrating on cooking if I don't have everything laid out. I know some people can just sort of open the fridge and every 5 minutes and grab whatever they need, but if I don't have everything right in front of me, I'm so easily distracted that I'll probably forget half of my ingredients, so. Hello. It's beer o'clock somewhere, right? It's afternoon, so I mean.
Well, it's a snow day. It's actually snowing when we
yeah.
didn't think it was going to.
Yeah.
So.
And the way I justify that is that, you know, it's kind of, we're big NASCAR fans. And so we do a race day every Sunday. And even though there's no race today, it's kind of just like a race day. Break out the beer halfway through the afternoon.
Oh, there you go.
Even by noon some days.
Maybe I'll have to have a beer.
Maybe.
Don't need no stinking glass. Just a Busch Light tall boy.
Those of us who have carbonation problems and can't handle carbonation do. And yes, I know that this is the worst looking beer you have ever seen, but believe me, I need to get these bubbles out somehow, so. Rather they came out in the glass than got trapped inside me, so. What is this? What is that? It's like, it has an orifice. My beer literally has an orifice. You can't see that, can you?
I don't know if I want a beer orifice.
Look at this. My beer literally has an orifice. I'm not sure what brand of canned tomatoes y'all use, but Cento is my favorite. They are Italian, which is obviously what you'd use if you're making spaghetti or whatever, but yeah, I really like the Cento brand, so that's what I usually go with. No salt added as well, because everything has too much salt. Yeah, look at that. The Cento brand, it's such a fine puree, but it's got all the bits in it still, and you just can't beat it. My theory is put the corn in first and get it nice and toasty. Yeah, screw it. Okay. Whatever. You told me the last time I cooked on Hogmanay to stop thinking and just do whatever. So. Could do with having my pan hot. Corn just has this great way of getting like toasty and fire roasted, so we'll let that do that. Yeah, I'm just browning up this corn a little bit. I haven't really found anything that tastes better than skillet ground corn, so I figured I'd do that first and then we'll start adding any more stuff. How can a handful of corn in a pot with butter just smell so good? Anyway, it's time for our peppers. Again, we're lightweight, so it's just diced Anaheims. You could use poblanos are, I think, the gold standard if you're going to use it for chili, but they tend to be a little bit hot for us, so Anaheims it is. In they go. So let's go ahead and get this beef in. The peppers and corn are nice and soft, and it's time for some beef. And it goes. Oops. So we don't get some polystyrene in there too. I think we managed to avoid that. Let's get it done. Put a little knob of butter in there. Help it along. Garlic. Everything has to have garlic. So we incorporate the beef in there. There's garlic, pepper, Anaheim peppers, corn, butter, oil. Good thing about chili, the beef does not have to be done in any particular way as long as it's chili with a side of concussion. Yeah, it's getting broken up in there. Put some extra light. Now, let's move all our spices to where we need them. If you've made chili before and you have not put chocolate in it or cocoa, get yourself some good unadulterated organic cocoa powder and just add some in, and it's going to change your world. It has to become more than just peppers, corn, and beef. So I suppose we're going to have to do something to it that looks like chili. A little bit of green onion in. I'm going to save some for on the side, but some can go in. Alright, well let's start, shall we? Let's start dumping. So let's do some garlic powder. The good thing about these powdered herbs and spices is that it really helps thicken things up, so it guards against getting too runny with your chili, because a runny chili is, well, it's just sad.
So what was that, onion powder?
I'm sorry, that was onion powder, yes. And then a little bit of oregano, but if you know anything about a lot of these herbs, they can be really overpowering. So I think the cumin seeds probably should go in so that they can cook for a while. So we got some whole cumin seeds, pretty potent, but Go easy on them, or else it gets kind of weird. Ground cumin. Again, not too much. Cumin's one of those things, if you overdo it, it's just not salvageable. Just can't. Cinnamon, ground cinnamon. If you didn't know cinnamon and cocoa go into chili, then you haven't lived. I'm trying to add everything that is not chili powder, and then it gets easy. So this is just regular paprika, and then I'll follow it with some smoked paprika. Paprika brings a really nice color and not a whole lot of heat, so you can kind of use it with impunity to a certain degree. And then your smoked paprika, which is absolutely amazing. Let's do some cocoa powder. Get a good organic cocoa powder, or else God knows what it'll have mixed into it. It's not sweetened, it's not got anything in it except cocoa. Just a little bit. You don't want chocolate chili, but you want some flavor. So mix all that up, and then we'll do the chili powder. As you can see, that is starting to darken, probably mostly thanks to the cocoa, but we're gonna have to get our tomatoes in soon. Let's do some regular old chili powder, some ancho chili powder, and some chipotle chili powder, two of which are expired, but you don't know that, so anyway. A little bit of chili powder. We'll probably end up adding more later so that it actually tastes like chili. Ancho. It's so raisiny. And the chipotle. He who shall not be named. Again, we'll be adding more. Let's put some tomato and some sugar. Hey, that's actually good. Because our brown sugar is so old, it's become meteorite, which means I don't need a spoon to put it in. I just can use my fingers. That'll probably do it. I don't want a confectionery chili, so. I mean, this, oh my god, that sugar may not actually even dissolve. Somebody might just get a whole thing of sugar. Anyway, it's time for some good quality crushed tomatoes. I didn't think that the kind of canned tomatoes you use really makes a difference, but it actually kind of does. They all have a specific purpose, and for the longest time I just used diced tomatoes, canned diced tomatoes, and they have their place, but if you get a good quality crushed tomato puree, it's so much better than diced tomatoes. It actually holds everything together rather than just being some tomato water and tomato bits. So, black pepper. Almost everything we use is unsalted in this house, so I do tend to add a little bit of salt on the back end, just to season just a little bit. To Jason's dismay, Mr. Unseasoned Everything. A little bit of lime, the driest lime in the world. But whatever. Just to brighten it up. And it kind of looks like chili already. We've got more spices to add, or at least extra spices to add, but yeah. I learned a while ago that a long time ago to just not worry about how much of your spices you're adding. I don't know if the spices I buy are really not potent or whatever, but it doesn't matter. And you can overdo it on some things, but not very often. Does it look like chili?
It does.
It's amazing what happens with some
Smells good.
canned tomatoes and spices and herbs. Do a little bit more green onion. Save the rest for garnish. Funny how chili just starts looking like chili. We'll see how it tastes, but I was actually surprised it started precipitating. Simmer for a little while. I still have to add the beans, but like I say, they're already cooked, canned, so they just need heated through, so that won't take very much. I think I'll put a lid on this for now. It's been about 6 minutes simmering a little bit, so there we go. And I think we'll add the pinto beans and heat them through. Get those incorporated. I think this will do us 2 days, maybe. There we go, they're incorporated and we can simmer this for about 10 minutes. No, time to simmer, but we have essentially got a pot of chili, which is just as well because it's still 14 degrees outside, and that's Fahrenheit. Lid on it, 10 minutes, that's all it needs. We have a ripe avocado, so I don't know if avocado with chili is a thing, but this one's good to go. So we're gonna have that on the side and grate some cheddar on our chili, and here it is right here. It's simmered for about 10-15 minutes with the pinto beans. And are you ready for this? Because I'm ready for this. So there it is. We are thick and tomatoey and pinto beanie and beefy. And I am ready to eat. That is one ripe avocado. But that's the only way to eat. There we go. Put that on the side. Good things. I can't imagine. I cannot imagine being a little creature out in this weather. I mean, like, I don't know what it is in Celsius, what, -12 or something?
Yeah.
I mean, I just can't imagine.
All right, the snow has gotten really pretty outside, so we're gonna go out and have a look at it real quick.
It's 13 degrees though.
Yeah, it's 13, but you know how it is.
Yeah, you gotta go look.
Yeah, that's right.
No. Oh. Why am I out here? What happened?
Look at it. I can't believe it. This morning, the forecast was for a trace.
Trace.
But now, it's very heavy. It's beautiful.
really powdery.
It's really beautiful. Oh, how awesome is that? I was not expecting that.
Nobody ever knows what's gonna happen, I guess. That's a lesson.
Yeah.
Woo!
I really did not expect to see this amount of snow.
It's so cold.
But it's lovely. All right, we're gonna go in and get our chili.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be in for the day.
Yeah, it's super cold. It's 13 degrees and time to eat some chili.
I would say so. Woo! That's done. We can leave that lid off for a second. Could do with the reducing. Shall I dish up?
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. There's not much to it. I know a lot of people pride themselves on their special, amazing chili recipes. Mine is really basic, but it works. And yes, there's beans. I'm gonna call that done. Let's eat. Okay, let's do this. I think we got everything in the chili that we need. Looks like chili. Whether it tastes like chili, time will tell, I guess.
Oh, I'm sure it'll taste like chili.
If it looks like chili, it should probably taste like chili. Green onions first, just to make it pretty. Nice pop of color. Cheese time. If it's not extra sharp cheddar in your house, just don't even do it.
Oh my god.
Okay. So that was unexpected. I lost so much cheese. You gotta get that sharp cheddar. Good stuff. The entire kitchen is covered in cheese, but you know, you gotta roll with it. This guy could use a little bit more. Yeah, it's good. Ready?
All right. Oh, that smells so good.
It kind of smells like chili, so.
Oh, it definitely smells like chili.
Let me get the cornbread muffins.
Oh, that's right. We have muffins.
Yeah, did you forget about the muffins?
I did.
Look at these things.
Mm.
The jalapeno ones are mine, but...
No, I'm not eating jalapenos.
Oh, hey! They have a place and a time.
Not for me. Oh, that's wonderful. All right.
Well, I hope it's half as wonderful as it looks. Ah,
Mm. Perfect.
there you go. Chili
Very good.
and cheese.
Oh man, that's so good. All right, well we're gonna enjoy this chili while we watch the snow coming down outside.
Yeah, it's coming down.
It is coming down. This is great. So, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe.
As you make your own chili.
That's right, make your own chili with the snowstorm.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time.
Next time, like and subscribe.